what we see here, and I'm standing in a bus station about 100, less than 100 kilometers from the most affected areas. We see an influx of people, internal displaced refugees, people who fled the regions that are now affected, and they're reaching this bus station and then continuing their journey onwards to other parts of Ukraine or even abroad. I spoke with several people in the last half an hour coming from Kherson, from the city, and from parts of the from the Russian-occupied areas. And what they're telling me is that the situation is terrible. It's worse. They lost everything. They're scared and they have no place to go at the moment.
Yeah, and the numbers we're being told could be 40 to 50,000 or even more. What is likely to be done to help them? I mean, are they being moved to friends and family elsewhere in Ukraine, or are there centres being set up to help these people?
Well, this is a developing story, so it changes from hour to hour. At the moment, what we see is some sort of an informal network, people helping each other, families, relatives, as you said, are reaching out to the people affected, and they're offering shelter, food, clothes, medicine, whatever they can. We will see a response from the Ukrainian government and major NGOs in the areas. I have not seen myself any major tents or refugee centers in the place I'm currently standing, but I'm sure that's going to happen in the next few hours, probably by late tomorrow evening, the latest.
Yes, indeed. There's been an announcement here in London at Downing Street that UK humanitarian aid is being diverted to this area, in addition with help from the UN and the Red Cross. But I gather the other aspect is there have been reports of shelling in the Kherson region. So as this environmental disaster unfolds and the humanitarian rescue takes place, we've still got the military battle going on.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Kherson has been like this since it was liberated last fall. If you remember, we had shelling, constant shelling every day, and people lost their lives weekly in this region. So even if it's a liberated city under the Ukrainian army control, this is very much a disputed area and a very much an active war zone. You can hear the shelling every 5 or 10 minutes. You can hear the artillery in the region, and people are genuinely scared of both the military conflict, the active conflict, as well as the disaster unfolding in front of them.
And what are the fears of that worsening if the dam fails completely? I gather that as well as this breach, of course, with the explosion, structure engineers are trying to establish how safe the rest of the structure is.
Well, from what we see and what we are getting in information, and obviously this is a developing story again, is that the dam is going to give in at one point. Sooner or later, it's just a matter of time. That can mean massive flooding in the area. That can mean Kherson, the city, altogether under the waters. There's a plan, I understand, from the Ukrainian army, from the Ukrainian authorities, to evacuate the whole city in the event that this will happen. The dam will give in, will collapse completely.